The modern outlook on what productivity is has been undermining your productivity. Especially over the last few years, we have been constantly bombarded with an increasing number of things we should be doing on a daily basis to remain productive. And if the mainstream personal development niche had its way, our daily schedule would look something like this. 4 a.m. wake up, because apparently waking up at 4 a.m. is the only option if you want to be successful. 4:05, meditate for 10 minutes while walking on the treadmill. 4:15, cold shower for exactly 3 minutes, and anything less you automatically lose the day. 4:30 a.m., go for a 10-mile run, preferably uphill both ways. 6 a.m., spend 20 minutes in the sauna and another 5 in red light therapy. 6:30 a.m., eat breakfast number 1 of exactly 17 almonds and a kale spinach protein powder smoothie made with water harvested from melted Antarctic ice for purity. You get the point. While this is clearly an exaggeration, you have to admit it's not too far off from what we constantly hear. While some of these things are inherently good for our health, right? I'm not here to debate the positive effects of the sauna. The more we stack in front of doing the things that actually move the ball forward in regards to reaching our specific goals, the less likely we are to actually achieve them. The thing that separates those who are successful from those who aren't is whether or not they consistently take the actions which are absolutely necessary, not how much time they spend in red light therapy or even what time they wake up. During my time in Special Forces, I came to learn that discipline is not adhering to some wild and arbitrary schedule, but doing the things you said you're going to do in the time you said you're going to do them. In the military, Green Berets often have a reputation for being on discipline. This is due to their long hair, on-blouse boots, and relaxed standards. And to this day, I still can't name a single Green Beret that wakes up at 4 a.m. every day. But I also can't name a single Green Beret that doesn't do what it is they said they were going to do. It takes an immense amount of personal discipline to put in the countless hours and training sessions to reach the required physical fitness level of any special operations soldier. It takes an immense amount of personal discipline to walk through the woods at night looking for a specific point while unable to use any light source and not deciding to sit down and wait for the sun to come up. And it takes a lot of personal discipline to be placed in a small remote camp in Afghanistan far away from any support and not only take the actions necessary on a daily basis to keep everyone around you safe, but to complete the missions required of you. Progress doesn't care what your routine looks like. It cares whether or not the necessary actions were taken. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm perfect. I've fallen into this trap of trying to adhere to these wild schedules as well. Like many ambitious individuals, I'm always looking for new ways to improve my overall performance, and I've attempted to adhere to these routines. And what I found is I'm quickly exhausted by them, which undermines my ability to perform the things that I actually need to do to move the ball forward. We have a finite amount of focus units per day, and the more we spend those units on actions which don't align with our specific goals, the more we increase the gap between where we are and where we want to be. So here's what I propose. Spend 5, 10, 15 minutes on a weekly basis to identify the priorities for the upcoming week. And these priorities should align with your goals in these 4 categories. Personal, so these could be your physical performance goals, passion projects, body composition goals, or skill acquisition. Professional, so these are the goals that allow you to improve your professional circumstances, earn a beret, earn more money, etc. Relationship, so if you have a significant other, this is where you can take intentional action on improving those relationships. And if you don't have a significant other, use this one to cultivate the relationships with your expanders in your life. These are the people that simply relentlessly support your endeavor. More on this in a future video. And lastly, mindset. There will never be a time of I've made it. We must continue to strive for further development, harness the lessons of past experiences, and constantly seek new insights, perspectives, and understanding. If you spend time completing what is absolutely necessary in the tasks which align with these 4 categories, success becomes inevitable. And the best part, we get to decide how this fits in our day. Some have much more time to play with, others have less, but when we get clear on what needs to be accomplished, it allows us to see through the noise and the mass distraction of the modern world. Then we get to spend our time in red light therapy or whatever else we want to do because the work has been accomplished. I put together a free, simple planner that should help you identify your priorities in the upcoming week. The link to that is down in the description. And if you're ready to commit to cutting through the noise and taking the necessary action to transform your physical fitness, developing clarity on exactly what needs to be accomplished, and building your team of trusted and high-performing individuals, I built an entire platform that not only teaches this, but provides coaching with myself to ensure you reach your goals. The link to that is also down in the description. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.